Aviles, and I am the Program Director here for the Southern California region of MADD. It is my honor to welcome all of you today as we come together to support the Inland Empire region of MADD, the victims and survivors of impaired driving crashes, and many families here honoring their loved ones. I'd like to extend a special thank you to the City of Rialto and our generous event sponsor to Transtech Engineers, Burtech, Beaumont Construction, Burke, Rialto PD, Rialto Water Services, Athens Services, and many more. Your support makes this incredible event possible. So a round of applause for them, please. Thank you for standing with us. We walk, we run, we move. We move for those who no longer can and for those who are learning to move again. This isn't just a walk, it's a movement. And your presence here today sends a powerful message. Every dollar raised directly goes and supports MADD's free 24/7 victim services and life-saving programs right here in the Inland Empire. So again, another round of applause for each and every one of you. This past September marked a significant milestone for MADD. 45 years since MADD was founded. What began as a grassroots effort has grown into a life-changing movement that has saved hundreds of thousands of lives. Today, we carry that legacy forward with a bold new chapter, Move with MADD. The new name reflects our renewed commitment to inclusivity and accessibility and embracing every way possible you choose to take action, whether it's walking, running, rolling, or rallying. And we are not stopping there. The Halt Drunk Driving Act, signed in law in 2021, is paving the way for the groundbreaking technology in every new vehicle. Technology that can prevent impaired driving before it even happens. Yeah, let's get applause for that. However you choose to move, you're helping us move closer to a future free from impaired driving. Together, we're not just remembering the past, but we're reshaping the future. We're here today because the end of impaired driving is within our reach, but it will take all of us to stand up, demand change, and take action. To the families and the community members here today, we hope you leave here feeling supported, inspired, and hopeful. Together, let's declare impaired driving ends here. Let's say it again. Impaired driving ends here. So now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our program manager here for the Inland Empire Division, Ms. Hillary Smith. Can I get a round of applause for her?
Alrighty, hello everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. Your presence truly means the world to us and the countless families affected by impaired driving. We will begin with the posting of the colors by the Rialto Police Department and Fire Department Honor Guard, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, hold, left, face, freeze it, pause.
Alrighty, now please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Right, face, forward, march.
Thank you to the Rialto Police Department and Fire Department Honor Guard, and thank you all for joining in the Pledge of Allegiance. A heartfelt thank you to our dedicated volunteers, sponsors, and community partners. Your unwavering support makes events like this possible and helps us move closer to a future where impaired driving is truly a thing of the past. I'd like to thank the MADD staff who made this event possible. Pat, our California State Executive Director. Georgina, our Southern California Program Director. Karen, our Inland Empire Victim Service Specialist. Melissa, our SoCal Program Manager. Rose, our Program Specialist out of SoCal. Shamari, our SoCal Victim Service Specialist. And our amazing volunteer, Heather Cobbs. Let's give them a round of applause. Another very, very special shout out to the Mayor Pro Tem Ed Scott over here, the City Clerk Barbara McGee, the Deputy City Clerk Maria Rodriguez, and the Senior Office Specialist Roberto Salias with the City of Rialto. Yeah, everyone, give them a round, yeah? We thank you for your support and your dedication to our cause. Thank you also to the Rialto Police Department, the Rialto Fire Department, the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, the Riverside County's District Attorney's Office, and the San Bernardino County Probation for your commitment to our community. Before we begin, let's take a moment of silence to honor those lost and affected by impaired driving. Alrighty, to all participants, whether walking, running, or cheering from the sidelines, your commitment is inspiring. Together, we're raising awareness, supporting victims, and making our roads safer for everyone. Let's continue to stand united in our mission to eliminate drunk and drug driving. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making a difference. Next, I'd like to invite Mayor Pro Tem Ed Scott to the stage.
Good morning, Rialto, and good morning, Inland Empire. It's an honor and privilege to be here today. And I want to welcome everybody, but I especially want to welcome those of you who are family members and friends of victims. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting this great cause. It's important that we continue our mission to stop drugged and drunk driving in all of our communities. In 2016, we started the very first MADD walk after the death of my own son. Since then, Rialto has helped raise $312,000 that has all gone to MADD for their good cause. Next year, we'll celebrate our 10th anniversary, and hopefully it'll be our biggest fundraising cause. So I want to thank everybody for what you do to help raise money for such an important cause in our city. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of my colleagues and some dignitaries that are here with us today. First off, I'd like to recognize and thank our county supervisor, Joe Baca Jr., for being here. Supervisor, thank you. He's out here somewhere. Our mayor, Mayor Joe Baca, Sr. Council member Carla Perez. Council member Edward Montoya. Special thanks to County District Attorney Jason Anderson for being here. The best police chief in all of California, maybe in all of the United States, Mark Kling from City of Rialto. And Police Chief Anthony Vega from the City of Colton. Anthony, where are you? Thank you for being here. If I've missed any other dignitaries, I apologize, but thank you also for being here. As I said, this is a really important day for a lot of us who have lost loved ones. I would like to call up Rialto Fire Union 3688 to present a check to Ms. Smith on behalf of the members of the Rialto Fire Department. These are the guys that go out every day and deal with tragic accidents. And in today's world, they happen almost every day. That's what we've got to stop. Gentlemen?
Okay, on behalf of the Rialto professional firefighters, we'd like to start off with a challenge check here. $1,000, the MADD Foundation. We want to thank them for having such a good organization and putting it up for such a good cause. So again, everybody, let's get out our checkbooks. Let's donate some money if you haven't done so. And let's have a good walk. Thank you. Yeah. We gotta get this. We gotta get the photo op.
Yes.
Hold on.
You heard that. That's a challenge. Colton, get your check out. Rialto Fire, thank you.
Thank you.
And let's also thank those that serve us and serve our communities. The Rialto Police Department, Colton Police Department, Rialto Fire, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, San Bernardino County Probation, and anybody else that I may have missed, thank you for being here. You're very important to us. Our goal this year and next year is 0 drunk drivers on our streets. 0. And 0 accidents or crashes. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here. And at this time, I'd like to welcome San Bernardino County District Attorney Jason Anderson. He'll have some great words of wisdom and tell us what's going on.
That's a lot of pressure, Ed. I can tell you what's going on. I'm not sure about the words of wisdom. You know, Ed obviously gives a wonderful, wonderful tribute to the family members who are here, loved ones who have been lost, and even surviving victims. Ed, thank you so much for always being so poignant and thoughtful about that. It's wonderful to see everybody out here. Really quickly, I have to acknowledge it's nice that Supervisor Baca is here. I will tell you that in the last 2 years, the supervisors on a 5-0 vote, including Supervisor Baca, has funded our office an ongoing $10 million budget for a homicide unit and for a high-tech crimes unit. And so I want to thank the county for the support that they have for law enforcement. It keeps all of you all safe. Supervisor, thanks so much for that. Really appreciate that. I would be remiss if I don't recognize so many of my teammates that are here. We have our Victim Services Bureau set up over there under the tent, our victim advocates who are wonderful to come out. Our Office of Traffic Safety prosecutors, Pierre and Jamie, their supervisor, Adam Pierce, is here. They do an unbelievably great job of partnering with MADD to try to not only hold people responsible for impaired driving, but I think most importantly is the educational component that we work with between the leaders in this county, MADD, and our office as an educational component. And I just always say this, and I'm sure that those of you who've come every year and you support this have heard this before, but we always have new young people here, so I always want to point it out to them. I will tell you that in the day and age of rideshare and friends and parents, if you find yourself in a position where you can't drive home, number one, call your family, call your loved ones. I will tell you this, that you can ask the individuals representing that are here that their loved ones have passed. Your parents' anger at having to pick you up somewhere will pass. Trust me, I've been there. But their sorrow, missing you forever, will never go away. They will deal with it, and they'll deal with it in ways of coming together here to gather strength and to raise awareness. But guys, your lives are so precious, and look at you guys, phenomenal. And I'm talking about our cheer squad, our young people here with the boxing club and the other groups, just remember that. Your parents really won't be mad. They'll just want to give you a big hug. And that's the point that MADD is here. So it's our honor to be out here, Ellery. It was a pleasure to meet you a couple months ago. Welcome. This is, as you can see, one of the best events I think MADD puts on. So thank you for your efforts, and thanks everybody for being here. Have a great day, a great run, and a great rest of the safe weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, D.A. Anderson. Let's get a round of applause for him. Now, let's welcome our Rialto Police Chief, Chief Klein.
How's it going, everybody? It's like start banging this thing right here a little bit. Yeah, I can't help it. First of all, what I want to do is recognize a few people from our department, and then also I want to at least show the support that we get in the county. And I want to start with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Academy recruit class that's here. So can you give them a round of applause, please? I think it's really important, not just for them to see these types of events, but being part of the community is really what we're all about. So as they'll eventually graduate and then go their ways with their department, at least they can take a little bit of today to instill in them and the communities that they're going to be serving. With that being said, we have a boot camp that we run every year, and it's called the Pride Platoon. And I've got our Pride Platoon members here, so you can give them a round of applause too, please. It's really important for our youth of ours, our community, to be able to see that our police officers are there for them, in addition to the whole community support. And it's good for them to be part of something like this today, because they can actually see the alternatives and, unfortunately, the consequences of making bad choices. So to our Pride Platoon members, pay attention today. When you get to that point in your life to make a poor decision, remember what this is about today. Make the right decision. Call somebody or get a ride share. So again, thank you so much. With that being said, I know that the Mayor Pro Tem gave me a very nice compliment, and I appreciate that. But I think the reason why our successes are so important here and really so recognized is it's because of the City Council that gives me the tools that we need. When I first came back to work here again in 2017, we had 106 police officers here in Rialto, and you can't run a city like this on 106. We just crossed over 140 officers. That's what this council has given this department. In addition, we're up to about 215 employees now. And why is that important? I pulled some statistics yesterday, and unfortunately, if we count 2024 and 2025, we're just under 1,200 DUI arrests here in this community, 1,200. If I break that out a little bit more, as of yesterday, we were at 508 for the year with 3 months more, 3 more months to go. And unfortunately, because people just don't listen and pay attention, they make horrible choices. Because of the resources that this council has given us and a new configuration of how we deploy our officers now, last night alone we made 8 DUI arrests in this community, 8. And I just, I would love to sit and say that's just great. And the reality to it is it's so sad because our officers took 8 people off these streets last night that were DUI, and I won't even say suspected, they were DUI, and they saved 8 families from some tragedy. And if you multiply that out, just under 1,200 people in the last 2 years were saved from some tragedies, but unfortunately that's not always the case. And I appreciate our partnership with the Rialto Fire Department because in those instances where there's collisions with injuries and unfortunately death, they're the first responders along with our officers to ensure the safety of this community. So I will tell you that I think Rialto's headed in the right direction. I know that the message is out there through our social media and all of our DUI checkpoints and all of our saturation patrols and everything that we're doing, even with cannabis now, that if you drink, you get under the influence or become under the influence and you decide to come to Rialto, you're going to meet the Rialto Police Department and unfortunately fire departments, who we will hold you accountable. And then that really comes to what we do with our partnership over at the DA's office. So I just want you to know the support starts at the council level, and it's all the community partners here, and then our officers and employees that really truly make a difference to keep this community safe. So with that, thank you so much for for being here today and really making an impact. And just have a great day. Remember what it's about. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Next, we have David Milarski from TransTech Engineers.
Who's that guy? David Molnarski with TransTech Engineers. You know, we've been a sponsor of this event now for I don't know how many years. It has a very special place in our organization because I'm a local San Bernardino County guy myself. And on behalf of Ali and Sybil Kayer, the founders of TransTech, we just want to support this organization, support the public safety organizations. I was telling our district attorney earlier, I can't believe it's been a year. I was up on this stage last year, and it seems like every year the crowd's getting bigger. The youth representation is amazing because, as some of these speakers have indicated, it is the youth in our communities that hold the future for all of us, for our families, for our community, and to see these young people who are going to be hopefully mentors to their younger brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews, and help pass this message about, you know, how to walk through life and the importance of life. You know, I've known, I get a little bit emotional this time of year because I've known the Scott family for a long time. Ed Scott's a close friend of mine. He lost a son, and I recently lost a son. Not to drunk driving, but still, when you lose a child, it has a profound impact. And as your police chief indicated, you know, you don't want to get that phone call at 2 in the morning from one of the public safety people telling you that you just lost a loved one. So that's, you know, one of the reasons, again, TransTech, we're a municipal service company. We do services throughout the region. City of Rialto has always been a special community for us. We've supported this community and many others. Your mayor, your council members, your city clerk, I've known them for years. This is very meaningful for us, and we're just happy to be part of this, and we intend on being here for years to come. So thank you, and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
All righty, thank you, David. Let's hear it for TransTech Engineers, our presenting sponsor. Okay, so today's mission moment dedication is to Ashley, Marley, and Phoebe. Here to tell their story is their family.
Good morning, everyone. Don't mind me if I'm nervous. So first I want to thank MADD for allowing us to be here, everybody. City of Rialto, really appreciate everything they've done for us as a family. It's been hard. I don't pray much anymore. This morning I prayed. Most of the people I love are going to be on the road at the same time. You don't think about that until something like what happened to us happens. You know, we go about our daily lives and we don't know what's going to happen, random days, random things, and people don't come home. In our case, my fiance, Ashley, my daughter, Marley, on August 1st of 2022, our lives changed forever. On an ordinary Monday, Ashley had just turned 33. My daughter, Marley, had just turned 8. They were having a family day on a Monday, day off. Sorry. So on the day of the accident, Ashley Marley woke up after sleeping in. Her cousin had spent the night. They began their day, going to Starbucks, getting breakfast. They went and took our dog to the groomers. They went to get Ashley's nails done. They dropped off Izzy back home. It was a typical girls' day. They were gonna go meet up with cousins and have fun. After picking up the dog and heading to a different cousin's house, right up the street here. This was one of our home-based parks. We spent a lot of time here. Once they left, it was about 5:30, 5:38. Driving home, stopped at a red light, just waiting there, and a car came down. 116 miles per hour, hit them in the back, no chance. I was at home, waiting for them, doing the lawn. I got a message from Ashley that she wanted tacos from dinner. I told her I was doing the lawn. I didn't respond to nothing else, so when time went by and I didn't hear nothing, thought she got mad. You know, time passes by. You know your family's routine. When you don't hear from them, you start to worry. By 7:20, I knew something was wrong. So once we started calling family, we all started trying to find them. I started driving around. Doesn't take much to get in a panic. After that, things are a little blurry. Meanwhile, the family was calling hospitals, made a police report with Rialto police. After hours of searching, Rialto PD called us. It was around 11 o'clock. They told us to come down. When we drove down to the police station, I was with Ashley's sister. When we arrived at the station, they gave us the devastating news that changed our lives forever. Our girls were gone, lost their lives to a drunk driver. It didn't happen in the middle of the night. After hours during party, it was 6:30. They were just going home. You know, the decisions of a drunk driver changed our lives forever. Nothing will ever be the same. I'm just glad for all the support and the movement to try to help people's minds about drinking and driving. At first, it was hard to speak up. You know, we're all young. When we're young, we all make mistakes, and sometimes it's hard to speak up when you feel like a hypocrite. But what matters is what you do moving forward, and what you do to help the world to be a more positive place. And again, I just want to thank everybody for all the support. You know, if you're a victim, if you're a survivor, you know, just the fact that you're here, you're winning. And I know it's not hard. Trust me, I know. As long as you keep trying and you do something positive for the world, and you make a change, that's all you can ask for. Again, I want to thank everybody for the time, and on behalf of all our family, we're very grateful for everything. The amount of support and help and from the city and from everybody is, I had no idea that people were that good. Again, I just want to thank everybody, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
Come back here, Rocky. Thank you so much for sharing their stories and the dedication to MADD's mission. Now, the City of Rialto has a special surprise in honor of Ashley, Marley, and Phoebe. I'd like to invite Mayor Pro Tem and City Clerk Barbara McGee to the stage.
Thank you. Okay, I'll let you know when we're ready. I just want to say a couple of words before we do this presentation, and that is about the day of August 1st, 2022. Being a council member, as does the mayor and the rest of the council, we get a notification of any situation that happens in the city. On that particular day, I got a personal notification from the police chief of the city telling me something just happened that you're not going to want to know or hear about, but I got to tell you. And that was the night that Ashley, Marley, and Phoebe gave their lives and joined our Lord. It's always a hard situation, no matter whether it's one of your family members or somebody else, when you've already experienced this. There's nothing worse than that phone call you get or that knock at the door that you get. And then you sit there the rest of the day, the rest of the evening, wondering how this could have happened. Unfortunately, that accident was very near my home. So it especially bothered me, as do all crashes that happen in our city related to impaired driving, including the one that happened on North Riverside Avenue where 2 little girls lost their lives. So once this happens, we all become family. Team Eddie, which is mostly the city's department heads, I want to thank them for being here. And Marley, Ashley, and Phoebe's team, we'll call them Team Pink. We're a family. We've become a family, whether we wanted to or not. Unfortunately, it's not a family or a club that any of us want to be in, but they're part of us. They're part of our community. So it is with a great honor that the City of Rialto presents a bench in honor of Ashley Ann Gilroy, Marley Dina Maldonado, and Phoebe. Phoebe is the family dog, for those of you that don't know. The bench has a plaque on it. I encourage everybody to come and look at it. And I'm also proud to present a replica of the plaque to the family so that they can have this in their own home. Again, let's not let this happen again. And we want to welcome Carson into our world and hope that by the time Carson becomes a teenager or driving a car, that it's a better place to live. Again, thank you very much.